I was poisoned. I got poisoned. Yep. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can see in the on the thumbnail here, I was poisoned. Well, that's actually true. That's what happened to me. My name's Tristan Lowe, the channel's Health No Filter. I'm a professional personal trainer and sports massage therapist with 18 years of experience in my line of work. And in the last 10 days, I learned something more about my body or the human body. And that is how strong our bodies are until they're not. Yeah, our bodies are resilient. The resilience of our bodies and minds and our mind is matched only by its fragility. Yeah, okay, there's kind of like a symbiosis that happens. We are as strong until we're not. Okay, I was poisoned. Well, the reason I've titled that, because that's what happened. I was in a restaurant in Hull, which is a small city in the north or northeast or the Midlands of England. For those of you watching overseas, Hull is a small city, maybe 3.5 hours out of London. And I was in a restaurant, a national branded restaurant, an Italian restaurant with a very big brand name to it. For those of you that live in the UK, you might recognise the brand. I'm not going to name them, shame them. Okay, it's been suggested I do, but I'm not gonna. Haven't got the time for that. What I have got the time to do is to talk you through how I repaired myself. So, okay, what happened was I'm in a restaurant with my date. We had a great time. She was cool. I was cool. We've eaten out before, so our etiquette when we're dating is pretty matched. We know how to, converse with each other. Good fun. I had a chicken risotto and I thought, okay, it's Italian sounding, it looks and smells and tastes Italian. I'll have that. And my date, she had some kind of pan-fried chicken on vegetables, and we had no starter, no dessert, just the main course. It was about 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'd eaten at least twice, 2.5 meals throughout the day. So I already had food in me as well, so everything was cool. Just food at home, nothing different. And within 5, maybe 6 minutes after finishing my meal, which was hot and tasty, a creamy risotto, I said to my date, I said, oh, you know what, that was all right, though. I enjoyed that. And we were talking about our week at work and the week ahead, the boring stuff, but also the fun stuff as well. Remember, it's a date, not a job interview. And in the space of another minute, I started to feel unwell. Nausea started to go through my body, from my head to my stomach. And I said to her, I don't feel right. And I stood up, and within 30 seconds, I couldn't even make it to the gents to go to the bathroom. And I vomited, threw up, chucked up. I sat down, I had a white shirt on as well, and I was worried that my white shirt was going to end up, claret coloured, but it didn't. I can remember I was almost semi-conscious as well, because by the time I'd sort of gathered my thoughts, this is in the middle of the restaurant, and people were there. Some were watching, some weren't. I tried to turn my back on most of the patrons in the restaurant so they didn't have to view. I couldn't actually get to the bathroom. It was that sudden and that violent. 15 minutes later, I managed to get my thoughts together, and I got to the front, and the manager took my date and I to the front of the restaurant where you sit, normally where you sort of sit waiting to be seated. And we ordered an Uber to go back home. And guess what? I vomited twice more, and it was everywhere, all over the floor, all over my shoes, on my hands. And I'm not squeamish. It's not the vomit that bothered me, because I just understand that that's the body's way of initiating. It's repelling whatever went into my body. And of course, body goes into shock as well. Nervous system is absolutely shattered all over the place. So now I'm freezing cold in the middle of the summer. And for those of you that know me, I don't feel the cold like other people do. As thin as I am, I'm quite resilient. I spend a lot of time outdoors. And I was in jeans and a full-length shirt and shoes, and my body went freezing cold in the middle of summer. I felt like death, whatever that feels like. I hope death doesn't feel like that. I hope it's a lot quicker and painless than that, but it was awful. Essentially, I got food poisoning. It left me unable to eat for 24 hours. All I could do was sip fluids. I think in the first day, I managed to eat one cream cracker, one dry cracker, and I think one Weetabix or Oatbix. I couldn't eat proper food, couldn't eat dairy products, couldn't eat meat, fish, chicken, nothing like that, eggs, milk. I could drink a cup of tea, sip water and eat a cracker. And the same went on to the following day. So now into, hours 24 to hour 36. and I lost about 5 pounds in 2 days, which when you are thin but with a high metabolism and muscular like I am, you can feel it instantly. It's not like I'm 18 stone and I went down to 17 stone 6, 17 stone 7, 17 stone 8. I walk around in summer at 12 and a half stone. Normally 13 stone in winter, but 12 and a half stone in summer. I think I went down to about 12 stone, maybe even a pound lighter. I felt so physically weak, almost delirious. But what I did, I spent the next 2 days Netflix and chill. Even though I've not got Netflix, I unsubscribed months ago. I watched so much TV. The last time I've watched that much television or YouTube or anything like that was when I had the flu a year and a half ago, and I was bedridden. But okay, slowly but surely, I slept and ate and hydrated my way back to what felt like moderate health. On day 3, I went back to work, or was it day 4? Day 3, and I lasted 2 or 3 hours. I had to come back home. On day 4, went back into work, lasted half a day. Then I took a day off. I saw the doctor. He gave me some meds. They were strong meds, and actually they were always read the label, because whilst the meds did their job in stopping me from vomiting anymore, what they do, they can leave you so dizzy and so drowsy. Forget just driving cars and operating machinery. You've got all on holding a TV control up and selecting the right channel. So I took another day off, hydrated more, slept more, and I'm back exercising now and eating 4 meals a day. Think about it, going down from 4 meals a day to no meal for 1 day, 1 meal in day 2, and that was a light meal. So essentially, I had in the space of 3 or 4 days, I had the total amount of calories that I'd normally have in 1 day. Fortunately, managed to hold a bit down. And the other way, without being too graphic, fortunately, it was only at one end. It wasn't from both ends. I got food poisoning. The doctor, who was way more experienced than this, he tested me for appendix problems, looked into my ears, looked into my eyes, took my blood pressure, which was spot on, heart rate, all those checks. And he used his experience, knowledge, and pattern recognition and suggested it may not have been the chicken. It may have actually been the rice. He was a Nigerian doctor. 36 years in the UK, he knew his stuff. I listened to him and paid attention. He's the expert, not me. The body is strong and resilient until it's not. Yeah, I'm a strong, athletic sportsman. I've been exercising since age 11, and now age 55, I've learned more about the body once again, and not through study, but from actual physical experience. Have I had food poisoning before? Yes, I think twice. Once on holiday in Greece, and once, believe it or not, about 8-9 years ago at a friend's house. And I've subsequently eaten in my friend's house, him and his wife's house, 50 times since then, and no problem. So it's a one-off. But I won't wish it on my worst enemy. If you get food poisoning, the first thing to do is to spend your time and effort and energy recovering, resting, hydrating, and if necessary, seeking immediate professional expertise and advice from NHS or your private surgeon or your private physician, excuse me. Don't try and exercise or try and exercise your way out of food poisoning. It's not like you've got a sore back or you've hurt your elbow. You can still carry on training. Your body's nervous system, digestive system, endocrine system, they are all working overtime to rid your body of the poisons and the toxins, whether it be E. coli, salmonella, or something like that. All your body's resources are spent trying to get better. Don't waste time, effort, and energy and end up even more unwell by trying to train your way out of it. I didn't do any exercise for 6 days. I walk at least an hour every day. And for the first 4 days, I didn't walk anywhere, didn't have the energy. That's it. I'm back on my feet now, so to speak, and I'm back in relatively good condition. It's a quick learning experience for me. It's put me off eating in restaurants for at least the next month, maybe the rest of summer, much to some people's surprise or disgust. Well, it wasn't their body and brain and belly that paid the price. Talking of the price, we got a refund, a full refund for the meal. And actually, it's not something I asked for. My date, she asked for a refund and they paid her back. Okay, maybe there's a silver lining, but it's not for me. I don't want to name the restaurant, but you look at it up, it's a well-known Italian branded national UK restaurant. And will I eat in there again? Possibly in the future, but not tomorrow. Okay, another quick learning lesson about the body. Look after your body, keep it strong and fit, yeah? And that way, when you get injured or when you get ill, you can recover quickly, yeah? And that's what I've done. That's why I'm here now back on my YouTube channel. The World Cup's over, all the football fever's done. I got through that, hardly drunk any alcohol at all, and then someone sticks some horrible, bacteria in my food, It's not sabotage, it's bad timing and bad luck. That's it. My name's Tristan Lowe, the channel's Health No Filter. I'll be back with you at the end of the week talking about personal training and sports injuries once again. Until then, look after your body, look after your health, and it will reward you when you get injured, when you get poisoned, or when you get ill. Thanks for watching. Catch me on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, LinkedIn and Facebook. Until the next one, bye for now.